What's up, guys and gals? Your host with the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys the latest chapter 95 of Ayakashi Triangle. We had a break last week, and now we're into a chapter which, honestly, I think if we hit the 5-minute mark without me going on a tangent, if we can just hit the 5-minute mark, I'll consider that a success, because honestly, they could have done so much more with this chapter. I was expecting a lot more. And the fact of the matter is the end part of the chapter even speaks to that. Shirogane himself even says, like, it's a Baku. Noticing this giant, demonic, elephant-looking, badass Ayakashi motherfucker. And says it's supposed to be a gentle Ayakashi that eats nightmares. This form, has it been tainted? And then boom, all of a sudden, no, not anymore. Just loses all its power. And it's like, what's going on? So you could argue that this is setting up for what happened to the Baku. What made the Baku go into this crazy, ultimate, souped up, tainted form. But shouldn't they have done that in this chapter? Because in all honesty, I'm like, okay, so chapter 95 was pretty much just fluff and Ichi moments. That's all it was. Because we're in the middle of the nightmare. We get basically Suzu's being attacked by the nightmare that is Matsuri in nightmare form, yada yada yada, and she doesn't want to hurt him, she doesn't want to attack, but then Rita shows up, the little brother, and just grabs and says, like, I saw you two kissing, like, I'm sorry, I've been lying to you, blah blah blah. And so he thinks that his sister's now a lesbian, or whatever he thinks. And so at this point, but once the nightmare Matsuri tries to attack Rita, all of a sudden, Suzu's like, yeah, no, you can't hurt my brother like that. Like, that's just so wrong. So then she claims, and this is, I mean, it's cheesy, but this is also this type of manga, so fine dandy. Suzu basically says, hey, I'll show you your real sister. Shirogane, you're gonna forgive this one. He's like, all right. And meanwhile, I'm thinking, like, unleash the monster within. I'm thinking Shirogane in the spirit, just like in the spirit world, in the dream world, Shirogane should be able to go full force demon cat awesomeness. No. It's simply forgiving the shamelessness that is being from Pornhub.com. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all this is. It's like, it's the ultimate girl on girl, slave girl fantasy, bikinis, tattoos, the whole bit. And it's like, all right. Like, I don't know. Like, this just seemed not at a place for this manga, but it was like, okay, wait a minute. We have this insane, cool nightmare Baku elephant looking Ayakashi with the power of nightmares and stuff. This could have been like 3-4 more chapters of going down this thing, and maybe they're setting up like there's another force that isn't, like, Shirogane's wondering about this himself, and that's the one positive thing about this chapter, is the fact that clearly this probably isn't Shadow Mai. There's somebody else now at work creating tainted versions of Ayakashi to attack the Ayakashi medium. We don't know who it is, etc., etc. And I mean, the chapter ends on a bit of a positive note, but still, I don't know. I think chapter 95 sort of fell off. That's just me. What do you guys think? Honestly, I told you guys, like, I don't even have 5 minutes worth of content with this thing. I really don't. Like, what else is there to talk about? The chapter wasn't that good. It failed to, exemplify and cash in on the good plot points it could have used. There was plenty of material there that they could have, utilized in some way, or capitalized even on, and went for different directions. They chose not to do it for the sake of some Ichi moments and cure up the whole thing in one chapter. I know I should expect this by now, but it's still disappointing when it happens. Just saying. Anyways, that's your 5-minute review. Like, comment, subscribe. Drink responsibly as always. We'll see you guys back here next time for Ayakashi Triangle, Chapter 96. Hopefully it has more to talk about than this one did. Alright. Bye-bye.